Hello, and welcome back to the evening update. It is October 29th, 2025, Wednesday. Wednesday is always a crazy day for me, guys. We are up very late on Tuesday. In fact, I fell asleep again at the end of the space. I apologize to Gardner. And then I'm busy basically from 5 a.m. Wednesday until, well, when we finish this show at about 9 p.m. So it's always just a little bit crazy for me, but hey, it's worth doing. I love being here for you guys. Shell is already in the chat as usual. Thank you very much. Says, I'm here. Repost the live. Yes, people, please repost the live if you are able. I appreciate all the support. You can see there with the live schedule at the bottom, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, evening update. Tuesday, the topic exchange. That was last night. That was a lot of fun. We spent a lot of time not talking about food stamps and the upcoming food wars. Saturday, we have the weekly update. That is our weekly show. For those of you that missed the evening updates during the week, you can catch the full week recap there on Saturdays. And then you also have Sundays at 4 p.m. Eastern, the Bible Space with Christina and Shell. So go ahead and check those out. You also can go right to the top here and just the tip. You can leave just a tip, folks. I would appreciate it. Anyway, you can support me, guys. You can go there. You can go to patriotdad.org, the link there in the profile. And you can go here, which is my nice Linktree replacement website created by Siraj. Great guy. If you need to hire somebody for doing some web-based programming, I highly encourage you to hire Siraj. Great guy. You can buy me a cup of coffee. That's another way you can support the channel without using super chats on YouTube. I appreciate it. If you want a super chat, by all means, super chat. But just remember, about half that money is going to go to Google, not to me. I'm a cheap coffee date. If you want to buy me a cup of coffee, I would greatly appreciate it. You can also do recurring subscription payments there. I would appreciate anything you guys can spare if you can. If you can't, there is the opportunity to follow me for free on X. You can subscribe to my YouTube and my Rumble channels. You can also check out the merch store, which we will be getting updated here in the coming weeks. I know I've been saying that a lot, but Shell will be helping me out with that. Crispy will be helping me out with that. We will get some new designs up there here shortly. You can also check out our Discord channels. So check those out, please. And as Shell said, please repost the live. We are going to get right into it, guys, with immigration. Elon Musk here, in response to Gad Sad, there will be a civil war. Elon comes out and just basically says that civil war in Britain is inevitable. That is an ominous statement, but we've been covering here for months that basically the UK has already fallen. Their immigration problems, their government prioritizing the migrants over the citizenry, the protection of grooming gangs over the citizens and the girls. Like, it's not good, guys. So I think Elon is probably correct here. So there is a civil war that will be happening, or at least some sort of open conflict. Hey, Dr. Q, thank you for stopping by. Karen, good to see you in the chat. Guys, love to see you both. I appreciate the support. Q, wanted to pop in and say hi. Hi. Hola. Good to see you. And Karen, what time is the flight? Exciting. It is. We will be collaborating here shortly. We will probably also be recording an interview. There are some other things that are going to be coming down the pike. We're also trying to convince Gardner to come up and visit. We're trying to convince a couple other people to visit. Guys, if we can get a bigger collaboration, we should do it. Let's go, Chief Boom Boom. Repost the stream. Thank you for the support, Chief Boom Boom. Appreciate it as always. Guys, let's get the stream posted out there, guys. But yeah, Britain is in a real bad spot, guys. Oh, you got a license for that, mate. Yeah, basically, if you don't pay your TV license, they'll raid you. If you say something mean on the internet, they will raid you. If you try to report a grooming gang assault, they'll probably arrest you instead. And they leave it to the little Scottish girls with knives and hammers to defend themselves. And then they arrest them too. It's a very sad place. Wall Street Mav says civil war is citizen versus citizen in the same country. These are invaders from the third world. We need a more appropriate term for what's happening. Invasion. Wall Street Mav. It's an invasion. Like that's it. It's an invasion. That's really all there is to say about it. West Virginia's in the house too. Dang, we are all here. Guys, we are having a whole lot of fun this Wednesday. I know it's a crazy day for me, guys, but the chat is blowing up already. Love to see it, guys. Furthering in the immigration section, the U.S. Attorney in California just announced a whopping 97 people being charged with either assault or impeding federal agents in Los Angeles. Guys, this is a sanctuary city inside of a sanctuary state. So to see that the government is starting to take action against the people that are impeding the operations of federal agents is very good to see. This is a positive story in the immigration section. We don't get too many of these, so let's celebrate it while we can. I'm not going to watch this whole clip, guys. This is a 4-minute clip. That's a little long for this show. Usually about 2 minutes is as long as I'll go unless it's a really good video. But guys, we will continue to charge more as we obtain evidence, find them all, and put every last one in prison. I completely agree, Gunther. I'm looking forward to see what comes out of this because the actions we've seen in D.C., the actions we've seen in Portland, Chicago, Los Angeles, all of these diehard blue cities, it's wonderful to see. Hopefully Prop 50 fails. We will see if the proposition to redistrict in California passes or not. I'm sure they will keep counting votes until it does because they want to try and combat some of the redistricting that we've been doing in red states. It's interesting to see the lawfare, the politicking. You know what? I'm here for it. This is one of the best timelines, the best time to be alive in history. I'm enjoying every bit of it. So let's go West Virginia, come visit. That's right, West Virginia, come visit. Let's see how many people we can get in one room. We can go play Topgolf. We can go do something sports if you really want. Hey, Chief Boom Boom, welcome to Art Madness. Yes, thank you very much. Patriot Brief throwing in a link. Did you see the Poop Festival coverage in India? I didn't, but you know what? We are almost about to wrap up immigration, so I might as well throw it in there. The last thing in here, though, guys, is they tried to say that the ICE agents, actually, I think I just closed that tab before I should have. Yes, so the Border Patrol boss, Greg Bavino, tear gassed a crowd in Chicago. So this post was in defense of Chicago, not the Border Patrol. So violating a judge's order, says an attorney. So they tear gassed a crowd, and everyone's like, how dare you? How dare you tear gas a crowd of civilians? To which Homeland Security responded on October 23rd. Border Patrol agents conducted enforcement operations near 27th and Whipple. Large crowd of 75 to 100 rioters surrounded law enforcement who set up a perimeter after agents were boxed in by a large box truck. Rioters then shot agents with commercial artillery shell fireworks. I'm sorry. See, this is where it's like assault with a deadly weapon. This is where you are directly attacking law enforcement with explosives. Border Patrol transport van carrying illegal aliens attempting to get to safety of the perimeter was then attacked. Border Patrol agents were able to secure the van and get it to the perimeter. The mob of rioters grew more hostile and violent, advancing towards agents and began throwing rocks and other objects at agents, including one that struck Chief Greg Bavino in the head. Guys, if you are throwing rocks and hitting people in the head, that is basically attempted murder. That is assault with a deadly weapon for sure, and you're doing it against law enforcement, and then you cry crocodile tears when you get tear gassed on top of the sinus drainage from the tear gas, because if anyone in the audience has been through boot camp or been tear gassed, you know what it's like. Your sinuses will empty themselves. It is not pleasant. I don't encourage it. Try not to encourage law enforcement to tear gas you. But Border Patrol agents repeated multiple warnings to back up, and chemical agents will be deployed if warnings were ignored. The riot control measures were deployed, including by Chief Bavino, and arrests were made. Agents properly used their training. The use of chemical munitions was conducted in full accordance with CBP policy. Guys, they effed around and found out. So you can see in here, they've got the video. So we've got video in here. It's about 5 minutes worth of video. Yeah. Throwing objects and liquids. Guys, you don't know what's in those liquid bottles. You have no idea. Objects being thrown. Yeah, this looks mostly peaceful, everybody. Mostly peaceful. So they deployed tear gas, and people got real sad about it. Well, here's the evidence, guys. Hostile crowd, not mostly peaceful, warned ahead of time. They deployed chemical agents. It makes sense. We're going to pull up this link that Patriot Brief sent us so we can cover that here real quick, guys. Let's get this. All right. Indian villager eats fresh cow poop, claiming small amounts reduce the risk of cancer. Are you sure? Are you sure? Jack says somebody send the Florida sheriffs. They'll take care of it because they got off easy. Yes. West Virginia says they'll be counting votes till they get the number they want. Yes, that's how California does elections, guys. Absolutely. But yeah, guys, check this out. This creepy, gross video.
So a little bit right here. I see. Fresh right there.
But it's
Can I smell?
you smell it but bad. But our
It's
person
pretty intense. Yeah.
because it's for scientific taste for it's not for you just eating for little bit daily.
Eat it. Eat a little bit.
Little bit eating. Scientific taste for it's for not coming for cancer.
Okay, so scientifically proven that if you eat a little bit, it cures cancer.
Little bit daily.
How much do you eat daily? Can you show me? Just a small. You don't have to do it. I just want to see how much. Just a small amount.
The small, anything you can eat it. But
How does it taste?
that taste, but we are playing our bodies, any other stitching or anything.
Oh, okay. So this wasn't the actual poop festival yet. This was just a guy eating poop. Like, these are not serious people. Like, I don't know. I don't know how this is supposed to be taken seriously, guys. I don't know. But let's check out. We have the actual video from Patriot Brief. The actual video of the poop festival. Not going to lie, it probably works better than chemo. That's potentially true. Chemo is just poison, guys. Survived the poop throwing festival. Let's check this out. 42 seconds. We can watch this. Oh, it's got music. Patriot Brief. I guess I'm gonna have to silence this. I'm just gonna mute it. Yeah, he's probably rinsing his mouth out. Nasty. Yeah, MK. I agree. He's covered in poop. Oh, Indian Twitter community is saying this is the only one village. Epic cope. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, guys. Oh. Ugh. Oh, God. Well, thank you. Thank you, Patriot Brief, for that wonderful, wonderful display. It is crazy, though. Karen with the cope comment. Yeah, the poop cope. We're going to leave immigration, guys. That is just a shitty way to end a segment. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Had to have the joke, guys. Shows him running up a mountain of it at one point. Ugh. No thanks. I've seen enough shit. Thanks. I appreciate the newsworthiness of the story. I think that's enough, though. I don't know. But guys, we have a couple of stories, just two on violence, guys. We have anyone who's been on a cattle ranch knows just how disgusting this is. Yes. LAPD has announced the arrest of a crew responsible for large-scale smash and grab burglaries. Guys, these people are literally just smashing cars into the windows, like driving through. I have a feeling this is a stolen car. Just throwing that out there. I doubt anyone would run their own car through the door. But guys, they're just crashing through the front door until the cage falls off, until the window falls off, and then they are smashing windows and they are just stealing stuff, guys. This is gross. I don't like it. It's violence. It's, more of let's see. Can we see any additional information about the perpetrators? It's kind of hard to tell, but it looks like Looks like some usual suspects. The guys just stealing. Complete destruction and stealing. Taking advantage of their own communities. I don't like it. Jack says throwing shit at each other is about as useful as Congress. Actually, a pretty fair comparison to all they actually. Yes, Jack with the win. Yes, Jack. I completely agree. It's about the same as watching C-SPAN. Kara says, please share the live stream. We need to pump these rookie numbers. Yes, Kara, thank you very much for reminding everybody to please share out the live stream, everyone. And this, guys, this is how you take care of violent idiots. This is how you take care of the awfuls and the usual suspects. Don't tolerate this nonsense. Don't let them get away with it. Do this. Do this. All right, we got fist fight. Just throwing wild punches, guys. Not trying, not planning, just throwing punches. And pulling weaves. Oh, cop says, look out. Bear spray. It's like, oh, I'll just bear spray you and walk away. Everyone says, oh, that ain't worth it. So the fight moves somewhere else. So what does the cop do? Oh, more bear spray. More bear spray, folks. And they're still fighting. You can hear people coughing. People are not enjoying this. Like, that cop is my hero, guys. The cop is just like, I'm not tolerating this. I'm just going to take my industrial-sized can of bear spray, and I'm just going to spray you, and I'm going to move over to the next group, and I'm going to spray you. Donut Operator, by the way, guys, great YouTube great YouTube content creator, a friend of Brandon Herrera, who's running for Texas 23 for Congress. So check them out. Also, former military and former law enforcement. So has very great videos. Donut Operator, most of his great content is his officer-involved shooting breakdowns. So check out his channel as well. Lots of fun, guys. But yeah, just bear spray. That's the correct answer. Bear spray. Don't tolerate it. Bear spray. So we're going to get out of that into government, which is kind of like violence. Oh, Carrot has a lake. Guys, what should we do? Should we go to the lake? I think we should go to the lake. Let's go to the lake. All right, what do we got, Carrot? What do we got? Ooh, okay, I'm going to save that one for the meme section, Carrot. That is a good one. It is applicable right now. We were just talking about bear spray, guys, but keep in mind bear spray for the meme section. We will get back to that, I promise. Got here Luke Rudkowski with global tyranny, communism. Global tyrannical communism is the end game. It is totalitarian control of every part of your life. It is globalist totalitarian control. Kara says, you had me at bear spray. I appreciate you. My digital ID here. Let me get it out for you. That's great comic. I love it. Yeah, guys, the whole digital ID in the UK, it's going to spread. You know, China's had it for a while. They've been doing social credit scores for a while. The way that we're implementing AI and the way that we're implementing like live camera monitoring and cloud services and everything else, guys, it all leads to one thing: global tyrannical communism. And I don't like it. I don't want it. It has no business here. So I completely agree with giving it the old bird, the old one finger salute for digital IDs, folks. We're already halfway there with the real ID requirement for the government IDs to go flying. Like, we're already halfway there, guys. They already have it's voluntary for right now when you fly to get your face ID taken when you're going through security. You can still opt out of it. I encourage you to. I don't know what good it does, but you can opt out of it. They give you some illusion of choice. Secretary of War, the SOW, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, yesterday at the direction of Trump, Department of War carried out 3 lethal kinetic strikes on 4 vessels because one of them hit 2 We got a twofer, guys. That is a coupon, a discount, whatever you want to call it. Got a 2-for-1 deal. Everyone likes a BOGO. Buy one, get one. All Kara says is universally known across the globe. It is. It is a universal sign. 4 vessels were known by intelligence apparatus transiting across or along known narco trafficking routes, carrying narcotics. Guys, I love it. But let's watch these, guys. Look at this. 2. We got 2 boats. 2 boats. 1 bomb. Nailed it. Got him. Another one. Oh, look at all those fish, guys. Do you see all those fish? Oh, well, there you can't. Do you see all those fish? Guys, these fishermen, I'm telling you, they're carrying just packages and packages and packages of fish. Right? They're fishermen. That's what they always tell. MK with the F communism. Yes. So it's like, do we believe these are fishermen? I don't. I don't believe it for 1 second. But we're going in here. It's like these fishermen just getting smoked, guys. We're finally actually executing. We're finally executing an actual war on drugs, right? Since I've been a kid, we were supposed to be in a war on drugs. So now that we're actually executing a legitimate war, right? Kinetic strikes on drugs, people in government are upset. It's almost like the 3-letter agencies are still involved in drug trafficking and they are using it to fund clandestine operations still, and they're getting very upset that we're just destroying them now instead of, I don't know, using the money to fund regime change in South America. That seems to be the thing that we liked to do for so long. So you got here, me, who voted for all of it, leftists, when Trump does a new thing. Yes, 100%. That is exactly what's happening, and I love every bit of it. I voted for every piece of this. Kill all narco terrorists. Guys, there are so many good posts about this. What does the OG DARE officer think of these strikes? It's a good question. It's a very good question indeed. I do remember DARE. It was an interesting program. Guys, this one was fun. This probably has music to it, so I might save it and also play it at the end with the music. But guys, this was on board the USS George Washington. This was my old ship. It has been home ported out of Japan. And yeah, President Trump making an entrance on the aircraft elevators. God, tongue twister. And these things move quick, by the way, guys. That is not small. Oh, no music. Good. Got a couple of, looks like F-35s. And Trump.
President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Oh, and there's music. Yeah, guys, let's just fast forward real quick. You see Trump came down the elevator after coming on board. MK says, I literally got in a small argument the other day over those not being fishermen, that those are not fish, and that fishing on both. And I just gave up because I couldn't answer her no matter much I showed her. Guys, they have such a cognitive dissonance. They don't understand. They're just repeating what they're being told. They don't think for themselves. Guys, we've covered it on the show before and on the channel when I was doing more just straight YouTube. Guys, if you look it up, more than half of the population has zero internal dialogue. I know it's crazy to think about. Like, they have no internal dialogue happening in their brain. They just hear what they're told to hear, and they believe what they're told to believe, and they don't question it. They have no mechanism to question it. They don't know how, because they literally cannot have a conversation with themselves in their own head. I can't relate. I talk to myself and think in my own head all the time, always refining ideas, always thinking over things that I've seen, heard, done. More than half the population can't do that, guys. If you ever wonder why it's so frustrating to talk to people like that, MK, it's because you're talking to a mindless zombie that has no internal dialogue. Jack says, exactly who authorized the survivors to be sent home with no consequences instead of prosecuting them? I think they should prosecute them with just another Hellfire missile. I think that's a good idea. Kara says it's TDS, MK. Yeah, it really is. But guys, he made an entrance, and then he did a speech along with the Prime Minister of Japan on board my former ship or boat or whatever you want to call it. CIA orders, probably. They're like, bro, they could still like sell some drugs for us and fund some of our black ops. Let them go. State Department. But yeah, guys, he'd visited Japan as part of his Asia tour. So you can see there, Yokosuka, Japan. That is where the George Washington is currently headquartered or stationed. It took the place of the Kitty Hawk and the Kennedy. For a long time, Japan would not allow a nuclear aircraft carrier, which I can kind of understand. We nuked them twice, guys. Not once, but twice. Still turned out better than Detroit. Just saying. But guys, when they were given the option, if you just look at the optics of it, they needed an aircraft carrier. We had no conventional carriers left. So we had the Eisenhower, probably not the best one. The John C. Stennis, probably not the best one, right? You had Reagan. But like George Washington and Abraham Lincoln were kind of the two choices that they had to go with. The majority of the rest of the aircraft carriers are named after very large like figures from the military during the World War. It's kind of in poor taste to assign the aircraft carrier named after the person that dropped the bombs on Japan. Just saying, it's peaceful nukes, Japan. That's right. The boat video was wonderful. How cool. Yes. And guys, it's an interesting ship. It was a lot of fun. I don't mind it. It was definitely not something I would want to do again, but it was worth doing. So a lot of fun. Good to see Trump visiting, still doing things in Asia, visiting the troops, keeping up the morale as he does, even though the Democrats and everyone else will want you to know that he doesn't have any energy and everybody hates him. It turns out Japan made red, white, and blue on a bunch of landmarks. The people that greeted them in Malaysia loved him and danced with him. Like, everybody loves him, guys. Across the world, we're more respected than we were, but you would never know it if you just listen to mainstream media. Then you got this one, guys. 2 nights in a row, rare occurrence with Jack. That's right. So happy to see you around. We are. And they do love him, Karen. They absolutely do, guys. But bombshell coming out of the House Oversight Committee just released a damning 100-page report deeming all of Biden's auto pen actions null and void. Guys, all of these signatures are the same. They are all copies. They are not live signatures. All of these pardons were signed, they believe, from the investigation. Biden's last full day in office, signed with an auto pen. So, no pre-pardons. Auto pen will ever be legal. Well, we're going to find out. But look, the Oversight Committee released a video. This is 8 minutes. I'm not going to play the whole thing. But you can see here, this was brought to our attention by our very own Questionable Gardener. So thank you very much, Gardner, for posting this out so that I could see it, so that I could bring it to you guys. The post that rocked the internet this morning, aides don't even know who was using the auto pen. So Biden's decline was real, and his aides covered it up. Aides didn't even know who was operating the auto pen to sign official documents and pardons. Watch the truth that they tried to bury. You can see here, we are deeming Biden's executive actions null and void. Guys, that's massive. I'm hoping that something actually comes of this. People definitely need to go to prison. Any of the actions that were executed at the behest of an auto pen executive order should absolutely be null and void. So I'm looking forward to see what comes of this, guys. This just got announced today. We will definitely provide updates as they come. And apparently, Red Pill wants just rock breaking. I think that's probably a good solution to this. I predicted this in December of 2024. Congratulations. I think we all did. Anyone that was paying attention on X and watching actual news kind of saw this coming. But it is nice to see the oversight committees actually doing something. We knew this happened, but I had very little faith that the system would ever call it out. They've called it out. Now, I still have very little faith that they will do anything about it and throw anybody in prison. But you know what? If they void, or if the Supreme Court voids the pardons, guys, the entire January 6th committee got pardoned. Fauci got pardoned. Hunter Biden got pardoned. I think they're saying that right now it looks like the only signature that may have been live was Hunter's, but I don't even know about that. Null and void is exciting stuff. I can't believe it either, MK. Like, I'm super excited about it, but at the same time, I am reserving and being very cautious about being too excited because I just don't trust them. You got here an entire CNN panel was just exposed after they all let the rumors about Trump running for a third term trigger them. Let's check it out.
Scott Jennings, you're on the record talking about what you think about the possibility of the president running for a third term. And I should note, we do have our text chain here. Is going
to. They're really referring on a live news show to this text chain as evidence of anything.
Provide some additional commentary on this as we talk about it. I found it remarkable that the speaker acknowledged that he had spoken with the president about the quote unquote constrictions around this. And it
just because you mention it doesn't mean we're trying to do it. I'm just saying, like, guys, the paranoia is crazy.
Really seems to speak to this question of whether or not this is just a massive troll or something the president's actually thinking about. What do you...
Guys, we know it's a massive troll. We 100% know it's a massive troll. Trump is a troll. And I love every bit of it. This is one of the best times to be alive in human history. I'm a total fan of this timeline, guys. F these jerks.
You think?
I think he's trolling the Democrats, which he loves to do, and they fall for it every time. They've been.
Yes, yeah, exactly. He loves to troll the Democrats, and they fall for it every time. Jack says, thanks. It's cold and dark, and I'm stuck in the house. Why is it cold and dark and you're stuck, Jack? That sounds awful.
Doing it for 10 years on a number of issues. You know, look, the president himself acknowledged that this sort of gimmicky idea about, electing him vice president, and I guess the other gimmick would be to elect him Speaker of the House and then have the president and vice president resign. These are all gimmicks. He said it would be too cute by half. And he's right. He's not going to need a third term. He's had two very successful terms, I'm sure, by the end of 2028. But I think this is a troll. I think people are unnecessarily falling for it, and I think they're probably selling a ton of hats because of it, and they're laughing the entire time it's happening.
All the way to the bank. They are laughing all the way to the bank, guys. I'm here for it. I love it. I voted for this. I fully support it. Whatever you want to say. And then they go even farther. They go even further, and a senator demands the arrest of Trump if he runs for a third term. If he even mentions it, they just want him arrested. Yeah, it's a troll, and they don't get it. That's the best part, though. We all know it's a troll, and we all know they have no sense of humor, and they can't just laugh. Right? They have taken Trump derangement to such an extreme already that they just have to feed into it. Their own people would crucify them, maybe literally, if they didn't go and take the hard line against them. To which my favorite response on this, guys, look at Sam. Look at Sam's response. Third term, bro, we're already getting ready for the fourth. Democrats are behind on the times. Trump 2032. Yes, Sam. Sam, you are my hero. That is a wonderful response. And they are, Karen. Karen says they are so upset about the sombreros. Guys, they are real mad. Oh, God. Oh, the memes. Oh, the memes. Look at that JD Master Chief, guys. Oh, my God. This is my favorite timeline, guys. And Trump 2028. Why? Because F you. And just remember, guys, you're there. Oh, the memes, guys. They just filled this whole thing up with memes. They won't hurt my baby 43 years later. I drive stupid people completely insane. The king of the shutdown. Oh my God, they're so good. Jack says, makes me want to get Trump 45, 47, 48 hat. Oh, right on, Sam. Yes, JD Vance dancing is my new favorite. Guys, so many good memes. Vance Trump 2028. That would be pretty good. And then we got here, guys. Is anybody surprised about this? We're kind of moving on a little bit into more congressional business, but there was a bill that they proposed that would suspend congressional pay during the shutdown. But believe it or not, I know we're all shocked, guys. We're shocked. We're clutching our pearls. We're whatever you want to call it, guys. But it turns out Congress is not interested in Congress not getting paid during a shutdown when they're not doing their damn job. Yep. Nobody's surprised, guys. Congress not interested in Congress not getting paid when Congress doesn't do their job. Shocker. Absolute shocker. If the government is shut down, I'd like to shut down paying my taxes too. Yep. 100%. And then you get stuff like this, guys. The troll, right? The troll. Never surrender. Right? The troll. Trump. Master troll. Master chief troll. Never surrender. Look at that Trump wall, guys. He's just rubbing it in. That is, it looks like a Korea, if I can see the pin on his lapel well enough. They have a wall for Trump, guys. This is hilarious and amazing. And they try and claim that Trump isn't loved abroad. Autism capital, this is the best timeline. Silence criminal migrant and American is talking. You also have these good king memes coming out. His triumph. Guys, so many. Trump was right. Wait, is there really a little mini Trump bobblehead looking thing? I'm looking for it. I don't see it. Oh, there is. There is. Oh my gosh, guys. It is right. So right here, second shelf, it's kind of behind the Korean dude, one shelf over from the red sneakers. There is a tiny little Trump doll figurine. Oh my God, that is hilarious, guys. That right here, this little guy is poking out of the corner. That is hilarious. Like I said, that's a pretty sweet Trump collection. It is. It's wonderful. We get on here. HHS Secretary RFK Jr. announces measures to lower prescription costs. Guys, this is our one Maha story. It didn't get its own section today. We only had the one story, but it's still important. MK says everyone loves Trump. As crazy as things have been, he's made it fun again. Yes, making politics fun again. Making trolling hilarious again. Even when I get mad at him, I still love the guy. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't do everything right, guys. 116 viewers repost the live. People, yes, thank you, Shell. We are about to get to that. But first, let's watch RFK Jr.
Today, the FDA is taking bold, decisive action to break down these barriers and open the markets for real competition. The agency will release new draft guidance for companies developing biosimilars, guidance that reflects modern science and common sense. Under this new framework, companies may not always need to conduct large, expensive human trials when advanced testing can already prove that biosimilars work just as effectively and just as safely as the original drug.
So we're talking about making drugs cheaper. Lowering prescription drug costs, boosting competition in pharmaceutical markets, so not letting them have exclusive access to the market, but letting competition happen and speeding up access to life-saving medications. Guys, this is important. We need to have competition in the medical space. We do. Giving exclusive rights to medications for these long durations is crazy. letting the insurance companies run everything is crazy. If you look at what's happening right now with the government shutdown and the illegals for health coverage, one of the main drivers for that is the insurance companies. The insurance companies, they are trying to get more subsidies. Why? Because those subsidies are paid to the insurance companies. So why do you think the insurance companies are lobbying so hard for it? Oh, I don't know. Because the government subsidy required, because of the increase in cost for healthcare over the years, means more and more of your and my money, taxpayer money, government money, is being given to the insurance companies. No more. Guys, we need to redo this system. Not only food stamps, guys, but we also need to redo the medical care system, the insurance system. It needs an overhaul, guys. The Obamacare Unaffordable Care Act is not long-term sustainable. It's only alive now because of subsidies, and we don't want to keep extending those subsidies because they keep getting more expensive at extreme taxpayer expense. If you look at the majority of our debt comes from Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. Medicare and Medicaid are two of the largest portions of our debt. All Kara says that seems to have ended in 2008 when Obama was elected. Yeah. MK, I pray for you and your husband daily. Yes, thank you, Shell. We prayed for MK. MK, I really do hope your husband is well on his way to recovery. We prayed for him on the show a couple of days ago, and there was a positive result. Guys, prayer works. If anybody else in the audience needs a prayer about something, if you need a prayer request, guys, drop it down in the chat. We could all pray for you. I'll take a minute out of the show and pray for you if you have a prayer request, guys. Or if you have an update on a prior prayer that we did for you, go ahead and drop it in the chat as well. Jack says there should be 0 contracts with people, Congress, etc., or companies, NGOs, whatever, for any term longer than 4 years, period. That sounds wonderful, Jack. I agree. We're going to get into politics, guys, but go and check out the profile. Repost the live stream, people. Let's get those numbers up. Let's get as many friends, families, guys. FarmersOnly.com. Throw it up on Tinder, on Grindr. Throw it up on Facebook. Throw it up on Facebook Marketplace. I don't care. Put it on your OnlyFans. Who knows? Spread the word. Get it posted out there, guys. Mike Lee here. Non-citizens sometimes vote far more often than many on the left are willing to admit, guys. We knew that. We've known this for a very long time. Because my audience, you guys are smart, and because we think critically. Here you got Ohio uncovers 1,000 non-citizens appearing registered to vote. Sends case to the DOJ for prosecution. They say 167 individuals appeared to have cast ballots in federal elections since 2018. Shell says, I'll put it on my OnlyFans. Thanks. That's right. However you guys want to spread the word, I'm only going to judge you a little bit, especially if you have an OnlyFans. Guys, don't have an OnlyFans. OnlyFans is not a good place, guys. Not a good place. Farmers Only, though. Yeah, farmersonly.com for sure. Christian Mingle, throw it up on there if you will. Anywhere. Questionable Garter says, "Cause we is a smarts, post it to Lonely Fans." Yes, if any website that we would be on, Gardner, it would be Lonely Fans. I agree. You know I don't. I know you don't, Shell. I'm just messing. MK says, thank you so much. He got back home from the hospital at 7 p.m. last night. He seems to be healing up quite well, but I'm sure it's going to take some time. MK, that is wonderful to hear. Prayer works, folks. Prayer works. If anyone has any requests, drop them in the chat. Got here, Congress must address this by passing the SAVE Act now. Spread the word if you agree. Why haven't they passed the SAVE Act out of the Senate, guys? Why is the leader Thune sitting on it? Maybe we should send a bunch of email to his inbox, voicemails to his voicemail box. Maybe we should harass these legislators until they move the SAVE Act out of the Senate. This seems like a really good idea. And you got Elon Musk here commenting on it too. The real amount of illegal voting is vastly greater than this. Considering that California and New York banned the use of ID for voting, they legalized fraudulent voting. Yes. Yes. And Karen points out that even if they don't vote, guys, they do get counted in the census for the apportionment of congressional seats. So they do get representation through the legislature, through the House of Representatives. It's kind of messed up, guys. There's a couple of states like California has at least 1 or 2 extra seats solely because of illegal immigrants. It's kind of messed up. They're being represented, guys. They shouldn't be. You got here, on the night of the 13th vote, the nightmare continued. Democrat shutdown, guys. The 13th shutdown vote, and the Dems keep voting to keep it shut down. They don't want to vote for the clean CR. They don't want to reopen government. They want to keep trying to frame it and blame it. Frame it and blame it. I like that. They're framing it and blaming it on the Republicans. Except, you know what's coming up real soon, guys? November 1st. Now, why do I bring up November 1st? Oh, I don't know. Probably because that is when food stamp payments or SNAP payments are supposed to come out. Guys, if the government's still closed, they're not getting paid. We're going to have food riots. We're going to have all kinds of crazy stuff, guys. That might be what they want. No Kings didn't really succeed as well as they had hoped. So maybe they're just trying to get more people in the streets angry. They're trying to get more chaos, more disturbance, more crime. Make you more afraid. Why? Oh, I don't know. So that you pressure the legislature into giving in and giving the illegal immigrants health care. To giving Democrats an extra $1.5 trillion. I'm just going to go ahead and say no. Kara says, good news. MK Shell says, God is good. Questionable Gardner, Cornhub, Matches.com. Democrats are us. Reposted everywhere. Yes, thank you very much, Gardner. MK, thank you all. I'm a bit exhausted myself, but I feel optimistic. I love to hear it, MK. I'm very happy for you, as is Gardner. Jack says, it's been so freaking long. Who was it that said Thune was not appropriate for majority? Oh, yeah, all of us. That's correct. Yes, Thune is a terrible leader of the Senate. Kara says, I will be at Walmart for the show. Please. Yes, as Jack points out, please, I was just about to say that, Jack, with a camera in hand, Karen, make sure you're posting that. Make sure you're going live with that. I will absolutely join a live space if you broadcast opening in your local St. Louis Walmart. If you post the opening of Walmart, if food stamps do not get issued, guys, it's going to get wild. We got here, CNN trying to carry on the lie, right? Trying to spread the propaganda. Being a mouthpiece for the government. CNN, most people on food stamps work. SNAP helps the economy. Illegals don't get benefits and virtually no fraud. That's what they claim, guys. Well, let's read through these real quick. Peepoo. What is a peepoo? People who get SNAP don't work. Myth. Fact. Most SNAP participants who can work do.
Nope.
SNAP drains the economy. SNAP boosts the economy. Each $1 in benefits during a downturn raises GDP by $1.54.
Nope.
SNAP benefits go to undocumented immigrants. Well, it turns out undocumented immigrants are ineligible. The program is limited to U.S. citizens, certain lawfully present immigrants.
Nope.
SNAP is rife with fraud. Over the past 15 years, SNAP fraud has fallen to 4% to 1%.
Nope.
Guys, we know all of this is wrong. We know that a lot of them choose not to work, and they tell us. They post TikTok videos about it. They say, F you, I'm not going to go to work. They say here there's more economic benefit. Well, all of that money got stolen from somebody that could have used it better. That capital should have been used in a business that would have been more productive than $1.54. Undocumented immigrants are ineligible. Guys, we just saw a chart that like 59% of illegal, primary head of households of illegals are on benefits. And over the past 15 years, fraud has fallen. Guys, maybe direct fraud, but what do? They turn around and they sell them. They sell food stamps for drug money. They sell food stamps for cash for like 25 cents on the dollar for food stamp face value. Guys, it is ripe with fraud. Complete horseshit. I'm sorry. I try to avoid the language on the show as much as I can. I don't always succeed, but guys, horseshit. Test my new phone camera, says Karen. Fantastic. Says we should just print $1 trillion and distribute it through SNAP. It will erase the national debt. That's right. Because for every trillion, you would get $1.5 trillion in economic benefit, right? So just print 20 trillion. You'd get 30 trillion back. This is genius, Karen. Karen for Senate. Amiri King here says, huge news, the poors won't like this. Not only are food stamps paused, but when they resume, they are coming back with some major changes. Here are the facts. Able-bodied adults without dependents can only get SNAP for 3 months within 3 years unless they meet work requirements. All changes apply to adults 18 to 64. Children over 14 cannot be claimed to receive EBT anymore. Must work, train, or volunteer at least 80 hours per month, 20 hours a week to receive EBT. This includes paid employment, approved job training, community service, or educational programs. No more free rides. Guys, this is wonderful. This is the kind of reform that I don't know if they understood that they were empowering, but I voted for this. This is amazing, guys. Amazing. And then in a not so amazing, yet also amazing thing, guys, the Fed's announced that they were going to cut interest rates by 25 basis points today. And in the aftermath of this, the market did not like this. Because to the market, this sounds good. This sounds good, right? But this is also a signal to the market that the economy is weakening, that the government or the Fed must intervene. So this, to the market, is a signal of economic weakness.
Okay, Fox News alert. We've got that key interest rate decision. It is out now. The Federal Reserve cutting interest rates by 25 basis points. That's a quarter point. And the markets have been rallying into this decision. The Dow up 150 points right now at another record high, although there's a bit of sell-off happening on the news, as does sometimes happen. Welcome to another hour of America.
So as Karen points out, it did finish fairly flat. It was up leading into the announcement, but there was a lot of consumer discretionary stocks, individual stocks, that finished down between 3 and 5%. You have stocks like Kohl's and others. 202 viewers, fantastic, guys. Let's spread the word, guys. Repost the live. Let's share it out there as widely as we can. We're almost done with politics, guys, but you can see, look at the drop. The market did not like this. Guys, I'm just telling you, it didn't. So it didn't go down too far, but it was up, ended down. But you can see that sharp drop at the announcement. Interest rates are coming back down. That's good for people that own assets because that means people will be borrowing more. There'll be more economic activity. It will probably cause inflation to tick up slightly. And when inflation happens, assets like property and other things tend to go up in monetary value. So this is actually a good thing. I'm in the middle of trying to sell a house, guys. This might actually help me because now if interest rates go down, typically purchase prices go up because you can borrow more for the same monthly payment. So that might actually be to my benefit. We're going to find out, guys. I'll let you know. And another announcement, guys. Derek Evans posted this one. General Electric Appliance invests $500 million to move production from China to Kentucky. American made is back. I don't know if I would buy one, but guys, this is still good news. I might give it a shot. But it better be made well. Just because it's made in the U.S. does not mean it's made well. It has a better chance. The materials are probably a higher quality, but a lot of the subcomponents are still going to be manufactured in China. The circuit boards and a lot of the other components are going to be made not in the United States, most likely. Hopefully I'm wrong, guys. Hopefully I'm wrong. But there's a really good chance that you're still going to have a lot of the subcomponents manufactured outside of the United States. So we're going to leave there and get into science and tech. This is kind of science. This is craziness. This is like how zombie movies start. Timcast News posting that a truck hauling aggressive lab monkeys infected with hepatitis, herpes, and COVID. Is this like the same monkey has all of these, or is it like different batches of monkeys in the same truck? Also, why are there batches of monkeys that are infected being transported? Shouldn't they transport them healthy and infect them in a lab? Like, what is happening? Yeah, the zombie monkeys, Jack. Absolutely. Several monkeys escaped before authorities shot most on site. One remains missing. Well, guys, it's nice knowing you. 48 weeks from now, they're going to be finishing up a zombie documentary about how this started the apocalypse. So congratulations, everyone. The hepatitis herpes COVID monkey may cause the end of society. But like, why are we doing this stupid shit, guys? Didn't we learn anything with COVID and the lab leak? Why are we transporting anything infected? Period. Like, this is completely dumb. This scared me so bad I scrolled past like I didn't see it, says Jack. That's fair. Like I said, this is how horror movies start, guys. I don't like it one bit. We're going to move. Just keep going. Roz Alerts posts that with upcoming features, users on this site will no longer be able to hide where their account is from. Under the new Twitter/X profile settings, only 2 options will be available to choose to display either your country or your country's region. I hope this is true, guys. I hope this is true, because how many people are going to try and say, hey, I'm an American account. And you're going to turn around and it's going to be like, from India. They're just too busy flinging poop at each other. Someone says, if someone's using a VPN, how would X know? Well, I mean, the VPN outpoints are well known, at least if you're using one of the major companies. If you're self-hosting a VPN, it might be more difficult. But we'll find out. I'm hearing rumors there may be a way to opt out. I hope that's not the case. So this is from Conservative Alternative. We need a way to verify that people are actually Americans on this site. Yes, and I am. I don't care what the haters say. I always love when people try and come in to my chat and say I'm AI. I'm like, look, dumb bastards. I'm live 4 nights a week, 4 hours on video, not a space, on video. I interact directly with the chat. Like, y'all are retarded if you think that I am AI. I promise I'm real. I don't know what else to tell you guys. Like, tell me something that no AI would be able to repeat, say, do, or respond to. I will repeat it. Don't mess with the Mississippi monkey, says Karen. I won't. I will just shoot them on sight. No messing around with them whatsoever. Shell says no. Kara says Nikita said yes, there will be an opt-out, but that it will be displayed as well. If you opt out, interesting. I guess we're just going to assume everyone that opt-outs is from India. Getting into more of the sciencey techie part, we got SpaceX is now launching roughly the same number of satellites in a year as the number of operational non-SpaceX satellites in orbit cumulatively. Holy balls. That's a lot of satellites, guys. Thousands. So you can see here, SpaceX has surpassed its total number of launches from 2024, 138. And there are still 2 months left in 2025. The company has launched over 2,500 Starlink satellites in 2025 alone. An absolutely incredible pace. And guys, that is without Starship. Once they start launching and yeeting Starships with Starlink, guys, it's over. Like, they are going to dominate the space launch industry, and I'm excited for it. I look forward to it. I will carry it with you guys. I've carried launch 10 and 11 live on this channel. We watched it together in the middle of doing news. I look forward to bringing you the next one. The next one is going to come from Pad B. It's going to have a flame trunch. It's going to be a Block 3. It's going to have a version 3 Raptors. It's going to be so much fun, guys. I look forward to it. I'm just so looking forward to it. Because of the hurricane down in Jamaica and the Bahamas, Hurricane Melissa, Elon, as he has been doing for natural disaster areas, has deemed that Starlink will be free through the end of November. Just facilitating communication and information. Elon is out there just doing the best work. You can see our Jamaican government jumped out quickly to thank Starlink. Jamaican government gave a huge thank you to Starlink for helping them keep communications open and assisting their telephone companies through and after Hurricane Melissa. Says he has somehow managed to blur the line between philanthropy and capitalism, all while becoming the richest man in the world. Ellen, I assume you mean Elon, Sam, will never cease to impress me. Yeah, guys, it's totally good. Love to see what he's doing. No one else is doing this with their money, guys. None of the other super rich people in the world are doing this kind of work. None. Bezos ain't doing it. Like, none of them are doing it except Elon. So I'm glad he's being rewarded more than everyone else. He's doing more for humanity. He's doing more for everything. Renaud says, to say that you're an AI is not an insult. It means you're a very smart. That's a fair point, Renaud. And as Karen says, Renaud, that is a compliment. That's fair. I am an encyclopedia of information, guys. My brain is full of almost all useless information that will not help me at all. But if you have any questions about anything, I probably have some information on the topic, except sports. Sports is my Achilles heel. So, just don't ask me about sports, and then we're fine. Nuclear, anything, great. Chemistry, metallurgical stuff, great. You want to talk about space, wonderful. You want to talk about video games. You want to talk about networking and tech. You want to talk about computers and building them. You want to talk about like maintaining HVAC equipment. You want to talk about any of that stuff? I'm your guy. Sports ain't me. Watch this video of widespread destruction with St. Elizabeth Parish, Jamaica, under Hurricane Melissa, guys.
That widespread devastation in the region where Hurricane Melissa made the land.
Guys, this hurricane was a force. Guys, lots of destruction. It's very unfortunate.
In Jamaica. This is St. Elizabeth Parish, home to Black River. Dr. Poso just talked about that.
You can see there 100 miles an hour, category 2 still. And this was as of 2 p.m. Eastern.
As well as Treasure Beach. And you can see, look at the trees. I mean, just chopped and sheared off here. Thanks to just the incredible wind that came through this area.
Incredibly powerful images here showing you the nature of a high-end hurricane in a Caribbean island. And
but you can see how many homes are just missing roofs, guys. If air gets into the structure at all, it just pops the roof.
this is just a small fraction of the kind of damage we're going to be seeing over the coming days.
Guys, absolute insanity. But what's even crazier, guys, and I'm just going to leave this up. We'll go to this one, but guys, look at these videos. This is an airplane, storm chaser airplane, flying through the wall of the eye of the hurricane. MK says Elon doesn't get enough credit for the things he does. He does not. Aladdin, enjoy the show while driving. Thank you, Aladdin. Safe travels to where you're going. If you want to come stop by as well, you're more than welcome. I don't know why you're coming to my neck of the woods, my guy, but if you take your, your broom and you want to fly on by here, just let me know. We'll go grab a bite to eat. We can catch up. Love you guys. Thank you all for being here to support my favorite guy. 300 viewers. Let's go. Aladdin, are we going to see you this weekend? That is a good question, Aladdin. Hit us up. DMs in the ether. But guys, check out this video. This video is bonkers. Guys, look at the wall of the eye of this storm. Absolute insanity. Like, I'm just in awe at the sheer power of nature. And all this brought to us by people who are not currently being paid. Gardner and us, we talked about this last night on the Topic Exchange. If you're not swinging by the space, the Topic Exchange on Tuesday nights, you're missing out. Here's another video, guys. Almost looks like Antarctica. Yeah, maybe it's the ice wall, guys. Is the Earth flat? Like, look at this as they breach the clouds, guys. Like, it is a sheer wall. Like, it looks like mountains. That they're over Jamaica in the Caribbean, guys. There are not mountains there. This is clouds from a hurricane. This is psycho. And then there's people flying in this. Yeah, guys, just look at this view. The sheer wall in the background, the flat eye. If you understand the sheer volume, the hundreds of billions of gallons of water that is suspended in air, being propelled at hundreds of miles an hour, guys, it is insane to see the force of nature and the things that nature is capable of. Unreal when they punch through the wall. Yeah, guys, that, like, these videos are breathtaking. Like, look at this, the sea surface under the eye. Like, uncropped, higher res, first pass. Guys, these videos are unreal. And in our last tech story, Theotis and DJ Daniel were given a Cybertruck, guys.
Hey, I just shaved it this morning just for you. Okay, there you go, my man.
Yes, our favorite little guy and his dad were given a Cybertruck. Theotis is running. Support him if you're in his district. Seems like a good idea to me. Hey, guys, we're going to get into memes. I don't have very many. I have a couple. We had a couple of late submissions. If you want, please submit your memes now. Guys, the memes, they're so good. We've had a couple already sprinkled in the show, guys. I have enjoyed every bit of it. I love that all of you show up and just have a good time with me as we talk about news. And some of this is very uncomfortable, not fun news. But you know what? I try to make it palpable. I try to make it enjoyable. I try and make it somewhat amusing. I'm just weird, though. So hopefully you find my weird funny. Freckled Liberty, though, is this true, men? I don't know. You guys tell me. I'll give you my opinion, but you tell me what you think. It's so hard to make men happy to other liberal women. Yes, you're right. Meanwhile, based conservative lady down here, here's a beer and food and a movie, I think, or a book on Rome. I can't tell. And all he says is, I would die for you. Yeah, it's really not that complicated, ladies. It's very true. I think about Rome quite often. I enjoy a nice beer and a sandwich. I also enjoy a steak. I also enjoy, just pretty much anything made with the secret ingredient of love, as long as it's not burnt. Try not to burn the love. But guys, it's super easy. Super easy, ladies. I don't know why. I don't know why you ladies make it so damn complicated. The 3 B's. Boobs, beer. Help me out, Karen. What 3 B's? Boobs, beer, and what? Bacon? Booze, beer, bacon. Boobs, beer, bacon. Boobs. Yeah, sure. Boobs, beer, and bacon. That's my 3 B's. What do you think they are? Guys, you got here, select all of the squares with presidents in them. I think about Rome quite often myself. I assume you meant Rome, MK, so I will translate room for you. But yes, Rome is an interesting thing to think about. In fact, I just watched What If Altis's video on the Russian Empire, and they talk about Rome. They talk about the higher plains peoples, the nomadic peoples, the Germanic tribes that were pushed around and eventually went into Rome. It's a great video, guys. Check out What If Altis. Jack says, no, but I have a link for you to check out. we will check this out. Vision 2030 Jamaica. The official website of Vision 2030 Jamaica National Development Plan, the 2030. Oh, yeah, Project 2030. Sustainability goals? What? Oh, UN. Yes, the UN. They're going to probably make a climate change argument in this, aren't they? Yeah. Oh, I don't like it. Vision2030.gov.jamaica. Fair enough, Jack. Fair enough. MK is now the other kind of Rome. ROME, I believe, is what you were looking for. But I still applaud you. Guys, this one's good, though. Like, select all the squares with presidents in them. Oh, I love it. Declaration of memes. This is one that was submitted earlier to us. Check it out. Don't feed the bears. It might make them dependent and unable to feed themselves. Oh, you mean like welfare programs? Yes, exactly like welfare programs. The crazy granola nutbag hippies that love to tell you not to feed bears also tell you welfare is good. The iron rule of hypocrisy remains undefeated. Sounds like a good video. It was, MK. What if Altus channel is amazing? Talks about, he has another video that talks about how within the next 5 years, Russia as a civilization is probably going to die. And that was 2 years ago, I believe, is when that video was posted. So we have like 2 or 3 years until he predicted that the Russian civilization will collapse. We're going to see. We're going to see. Everyone needs to follow him. Yes. What if Altus is a wonderful content creator, guys? Absolutely wonderful. We're going to go ahead and check out any messages. Did we get any messages with memes? I know Karen sent memes, guys. We've got Karen memes. Let's get the first 2 Karen memes, guys. Democrats then versus Democrats now. Ask not what you could do for your country, but what your country can do for you. Sorry, got that backwards. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. See, I got confused with modern Democrats. Meanwhile, AOC just screeching like a banshee or a siren or some kind of evil female witch. Free stuff. Yeah, free stuff's going to be the end of us, guys. It was Franklin or one of the old guys. They basically said democracy works until people realize that they can vote themselves more money from the public treasury, and at which point they do so, and the whole system comes crashing down. This one also had the perfect meme for this, but Hillary deleted it. Yeah, probably along with the 30,000 emails that were on the server in her bathroom. But, you know, no scandals during the Obama administration. 0 scandals. Everyone, in case you didn't know. 0 scandals. Not Benghazi. That wasn't a scandal. Don't worry. Anyone that knows anyone that was affected by Benghazi, thankfully, not a scandal, according to the Obama administration. So we're safe there, I guess, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. How did I lose all these? I opened some of these. So we have that. And then we also have, oh, here we go. We got this one. New York City buyers are fleeing to Connecticut amid fears of a Mamdani win. People are very concerned. Now, why do you think that is? Probably because right now, as it stands, or as this post shows, we are closing in on a 90% chance victory. 90% chance of a Mamdani victory, guys. 90% chance that a Muslim communist is going to get elected. It's not good. It's not good. Also, we are in a simulation, according to Renaud. Let's check this one out. Arguments for anisotropy of the speed of light. Light speed in more than one direction, instant towards the observer of a simulation. The speed of light is c/2 and instantaneous back to the observer. Yeah. We've covered this. We had actually a pretty lengthy conversation about the speed of light and how it is not a known value. We assume that it is c in both directions. However, mathematically, it works out just fine if it's c over 2 and then instantaneous in the other direction. Guys, you want to have conversations that just bend the mind like that? Come by the spaces that Ronald and I and Gardner have. Like, there's so much fun. We got here people begging people to act right, observing, and detachment. Yes, we live in a simulation, guys. We absolutely do. And you can see this was posted during a Chat Bait and Friends space. Guys, some of these spaces get very, very dark, very deep, very interesting. Definitely look to check them out. If you haven't checked them out, you should. So go ahead and do that. I'm just real quick checking my DMs, guys. I want to make sure I didn't miss any. If I missed any, you please let me know. I'm also going to check the profile because sometimes in the Go Live post, people leave memes. I see 2 comments here. Do I have any memes? I don't. But Shell posted a picture of her in a dark MAGA hat. I wonder why. I have one, just doesn't have 48 on it. It does not. I wonder where you got that hat. Just saying. But yeah, guys, so no more memes. But that's okay, guys. The Mamdani election is going to be catastrophic. I'm not looking forward to it. But the last thing I want to do is I want to cover the profile so we can drop YouTube and show our last video. It says Obama was the scandal. Yes, I've been hiding as a loose end for years, Crispy says. Yes, Crispy, have you sent any memes? You need to send memes, if not for today, definitely for Friday. Oldies but goodies, I'll get you a bunch for Friday. Thank you very much. Karen Shell says 403 viewers. Fantastic. Aladdin is usually always points back to Obama. That's fair. MK, I am so tired. I'm half asleep, but I'm just glad to be here. Love you all, and we love you, and God bless. MK, I am very glad to hear that your husband is doing better and on the mend and back home. That is wonderful news. I have had no more prayer requests in the chat, so if no one has any, we are going to wrap it up here for YouTube, and then we are going to play the video with some music. Guys, I have no idea where I got the hat. Bullshit. But yeah, guys, check out the website, patriotdad.org. You can also leave just a tip for me if you wish. If you don't want to leave a tip here on X, I do have tipping enabled. You can also go to the website and buy me a cup of coffee. I'm a very cheap coffee date. You can make it a recurring coffee date. You can do whatever you wish there. You can also buy merch. We will be updating the merch here in the next 2 weeks or so. We should have some new designs up there, both with the help of Shell and Crispy. Maybe even a Harry Potter one, if we can get Aladdin to join us this week. That'll be a lot of fun. And you can see there, I am in the Nova DMV region, guys. Kara says I thought it was WV's hat. It would have been if West Virginia had gotten here first. Just saying. Praying for your flight Friday so I can get you to, safely. Yep. God bless, Karen. Shell says WTF. I don't know what that was, Shell, but typos. Yes. God bless us all, guys. Check out the schedule there. Monday, Wednesday, Friday here for the evening updates. You got the Saturday weekly update, topic exchange Tuesdays at 8:45 p.m. and the Bible space at 4 p.m. on Sundays with Christina and Shell. Guys, check it out. I will be dropping YouTube because YouTube is silly and will copyright me and take down the stream. So bye. And we will keep streaming on all of the other platforms, as we just let YouTube continue to be weird and me not care about them. But right now it looks like, are we down on YouTube? Are we down? Let's hit refresh.